guys, it is Robin, the lady biker. How's everyone doing today? I am out. I had to run to the post office to drop some stuff off. And, gosh darn it, whenever I go out for errands on my bike, I just keep riding. Who knew? Anyway, so wanted to come up with, and I have a question for y'all today. And this question is coming from a series of personal experiences as well as some conversations that I've had with people on social media. And my question is, do you still get scared whenever you ride a motorcycle? Okay, guys, so I'm out, like I said, for a ride and took off north of town, and this is Highway 154. I love riding up here. It's just enough of a challenging ride to really be enjoyable. And I'm out here on my girl Scarlett. She's no longer grounded. I finished up her 15,000 mile service. Can y'all believe that? 15,000? Time flies. Anyway, so... and I got some people, or one person specifically, trying to ride my bumper, so we're going to let them by. So okay, let's start right there then. Every once in a while, certain situations still scare me whenever I'm on the bike. One of them is the bad behavior or the inattentive or unaware behavior of other drivers. All right. This still scares me. I don't care how long I'm riding, it probably will still scare me. Drivers who tailgate, or drivers that look right at us and don't even see us. And then there's the drivers that are just so inattentive because they're playing on their phones or whatever that they just don't look. So that's number one. That's the one situation where I personally still get scared. I don't care how long I'm riding, that's probably still going to scare stuff out of me that we're not going to mention on YouTube for the fear that, we'll get YouTube upset with us. So, and how many of us haven't been there in an intersection and someone looks right at us and pulls out anyway because they've just looked right through us. They just didn't even see us. Or we're riding along and someone just pulls into our lane because they're just simply not paying attention. It happens. Oh boy, does it happen. One of the other situations, number two, that sometimes where I feel, and I guess it's better to say insecure, is if I've been off the bike for any length of time. And then all of a sudden, it's like I'm totally overthinking everything I'm doing. Seriously, everything I'm doing. And it takes me a little bit to kind of get, my motorcycle balance or motorcycle legs back up under me. But after a little bit of time, it kind of comes back and I'm back into my groove. Do any of y'all ever have that? Especially, and I'm more curious about, especially those of you up in the north who have to put your bikes into storage whenever it's snowing. Do y'all have that moment of, oh my gosh, on that first ride whenever you pull your bikes out of storage? Just curious. But number three, I've had a lot of conversations recently with people on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube about, and most of them are either looking to become a rider or get back into riding, new riders, or those who are looking at getting a bigger or more powerful bike. And they ask, did I ever get scared or was it scary moving from my soft tail frame up to a big touring bike? And the answer to that is, yeah. Man, okay, let's go back. If you had seen my video, and it's right here, about when why I ride, I talk about my journey to getting my motorcycle endorsement. And, I got it in Texas, and I had it for a hot minute. And then I'm, boom, right here in California. Right now I'm riding through the Los Padres National Forest near the Lake Chumash. This is a fairly, for the most part, this is like the easiest part of the road. Ooh. Speaking of having to pay attention, this is one of the easiest parts of the road. It's, fairly sweeping curves, but as we get through the San Marcos Pass and go down into Santa Barbara, most of that is 7 or 8% grade with, on average, 35 mile an hour curves. That's, in mountains, on edges. That's what I learned to ride on. And I can tell you, for that first year, especially those of you who are watching that are thinking about getting your endorsement or who are new riders, yeah, for the first year, I was terrified almost every time I got on my bike. But it's a skill set. It's like just about anything else. The more time you spend on the bike, in the saddle, riding and doing things, the more confident and the better you're going to become. So it's a skill set, and it's just something to be practiced. Just about anything in life is like that. But whenever I went to the big touring frame and got my girl Scarlett here, who's a road king, I was terrified to counterbalance her. I mean, seriously terrified. To the point where the best I think I did for a long time was about a 35-foot circle. I mean, I really was scared. I did not mentally trust that I could counterbalance this big bike in a tight circle. Now, if you are a new rider and you have the opportunity to practice and get some work in and some mentorship from someone who is more experienced and a good teacher, take it. Please take it. When I was home in Texas not too long ago, I had the opportunity to work with a family friend. His name is Jay. Now, Jay spent many, many years training the motorcycle officers for the Houston Police Department. And he's also the gentleman that designed and now distributes the motorcycle drop guards. And I've got a link to all that down in the description. Go check it out if you've got any curiosity. And I got a chance to work with him. And it wasn't very long because that was a fast and furious trip home. But within an hour of working with Jay, he had me doing consistently 16 and 18-foot circles. Not U-turns, circles. It blew me away, and it's still something that shocks me that I'm able to do that. And sorry, Jay, I need to be practicing more than I am. I promise I'm going to get back to it. Here, let me show you a little clip of him working with me. Check it out. So, yeah, it's really important, especially because I still get scared trying to do a U-turn in a street. Yeah, I still have my moments of, okay, stop, move forward, look over my shoulder, turn the handlebars, lean, the whole 9 yards. Yes, it still gets to me, but it's still a skill I'm practicing to improve. So I guess that's my question for all of y'all out there. Are there any situations that when you're riding still scare you or make you feel insecure? And if you are either a new rider or you're a rider or you're someone who's considering being a rider or has been away and coming back to it, what are the things that scare you? And let's talk about those, because sometimes just giving light to a fear, all of a sudden they're not so big anymore, and it gives you a little more confidence to step forward. So guys, that's it. And I'm hoping everyone's having a fantastic 2021. finally got warm enough today that I didn't have to come out in full leather. And so I'm enjoying this ride. So with that, guys, for those of you who can, get out and ride. Have fun. Be safe. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Bye.